This is a computer. You can tell just by looking at it. What is a computer exactly, and how does it work? Do you talk to a computer? Do you throw a microphone at it? Do you yell at it until it works? Come on, you piece of crap with your 5-core processors and your Throwing a mic at a computer probably won't work. But you know what you can do? You can go out and learn some old-fashioned code. That's what I'm learning how to do. I'm currently going for my computer science degree. And I'm just starting to learn all this amazing stuff called coding. Now how it works is I'm learning C++, which is considered a higher level language. And one of the languages we'll be learning today is machine code, which computers can understand, but it is not a higher level language. And we will go through some of the different aspects of that in just a second. Hey, do you know Walter Savage? Neither do I, but he has a pretty good book called Problem Solving with C++. I definitely recommend checking it out. I'll be using it for most of my videos in this series. And it's actually a really cool book. It goes pretty slow. You can go at your own pace, but it's also super detailed, so you're not missing out on anything about C++. So back to my original point. When you're playing a video game, you're telling the system, which is the PS4 or whatever you're playing on, what to do. Up, down, left, right, change weapon, jump, all sort of things. So what you're doing is giving the system a set of instructions, which the system can understand through the use of what is called hardware. And what the system is, and the instructions that the system can understand, is called a program. So let's just pretend for a second that the B movie is a program. So the program can be, there can be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of programs, or simply as simple as maybe 2 programs. And what this entire bookshelf will represent is the software of the system. If the B movie is a program or a set of instructions, then this entire bookshelf is a software or collections of a set of programs telling the computer what to do. And the computer is what is considered, again, the hardware, which is the actual physical system. So again, when you're using hardware such as a remote to tell the program what to do in a system, the system could have hundreds and hundreds of programs. So depending on what kind of program you're using, such as the B movie, you could be using a different set of instructions to tell the machine what to do. There's actually 3 different types of main classes of computers that you will probably see. There are PCs, workstations, and a mainframe. A PC, like I got right here, is considered a personal computer. It is a relatively small computer designed to be used by probably one person at a time. Most computers you'll see at home are probably a PC. A workstation is essentially just a bigger PC that is more powerful and can run programs much faster. If you're talking about a mainframe, which you might see in major industries, a mainframe is an even larger computer that typically requires some support by staff and generally shared by more than one user. Although we will mostly be using software in these tutorials, it's important to understand how networking works. Networking is like air ducts. They connect mainframes and other PCs together to share information and resources. So just to explain hardware a little bit further, with the 5 main components of hardware, I thought we'd take a trip underneath my desk. So right here we got a snowman. Imagine the snowman is your computer. So on the bottom you got your input device, such as a mouse or a mic or a switch. When you send data through the input device, it creates an output, which goes through a CPU or central processing unit. The central processing unit creates what's called an output device, such as light, LED light, or it could even be like a speaker or something like that. And how it remembers whether it's on red or blue memory, or red or blue lights when you turn it off and on, is because it has a main memory, which should be located somewhere down here, and also secondary memory, which can all communicate with the CPU. So if you got yourself both a mouse, a keyboard, and a good old monitor, you got what's called a terminal. So if computers went to school, they would need a lot of scratch paper. I'm talking a lot of it. The scratch paper we're going to be talking about is, for their test, is called main memory. A computer's main memory has tons of these locations on it, which would be the words on a piece of paper. The main memory can have billions of these locations that stores input given to the computer. Except now imagine each of these memory locations on the piece of paper is a string of 1 and 0s. And so the main memory is the most important part